Well,
that was great.
It's my last interview, so I saved it all for you.
Thank you so much.
It's for Denmark.
So much talk of AI and big tech today. Virtual worlds, what are they going to look like when we get there? Well, folks, we're not going there. They are coming here.
It's incredible to look back at the first Tron and now Tron ARES. The technology has evolved over time so much. What surprised you the most in the process of making this film?
Well, I think, when we started out, I came on board about 3 years ago, and AI, for instance, wasn't really a part of the conversation even, and then it's just exploded while we've been doing the film. And now it's an everyday tech that everyone basically uses. So I think I'm just very grateful for that we made such a current movie. It's very timely. And also happy it doesn't come out a year from now, because then it's probably, it's a moving target. No, and I think as you say, the Tron franchise kind of prides itself a little bit of giving you a little glimpse into tomorrow. And that's what we try to do.
I'd never done sci-fi before. I'd never even done action before. So there's that element to it, like the wire work and, a lollipop rig, and I was dropped from the top of a building. I had to run a lot. But aside from all the physical challenges, I've also never been part of a franchise, any franchise, but this is arguably maybe the biggest one. The original was 1982, so to be part of something with this incredible legacy was surreal, and certainly a challenge that we didn't take lightly, but it was a real opportunity for us to maybe improve upon what was already existing and maybe usher in a whole new audience to Tron.
I think what surprised me the most is how much the world has changed. Like Joachim said, only people talking about AI 9 years ago were academics and researchers. There's some really rich people now, but yeah, and I think that's the film is better off as a result. It's a topical movie. It's having a really, a conversation that people can relate to. And
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. That's how I felt when I saw the first film. It was talking about video games and computers, and was like, hey, this is a new thing. Let's go inside that world, and now we're big, fun, exciting, movie. Make sure you try to see it on IMAX.
He's biblically strong, lightning fast, supremely intelligent. And if he is struck down on the battlefield, I will simply make you another.
You think you're in control of this? You're not.
Tron ARES deals heavily with technology and AI, but for me, in its core, it talks about what it is to be human.
Right.
People often fear AI is going to replace us into some capacity. But in your view, what aspect of being a human being can never be replaced by an AI or artificial intelligence?
Love, I think. Eve is in search of the permanence code, but also she's really trying to live out the legacy of her sister, who tragically has passed. And I think through the experience of this unlikely ally, ARES, who's a program, and as he becomes sentient and gains a consciousness, and is looking to Eve to teach him what it means to be a person, through that experience, she remembers herself what it is to be a human being. And I think, ultimately it's that ineffable quality of being alive and knowing that it's fleeting, that we will ultimately die one day, that is essential to how we live and the choices that we make.
I mean, that's a good question. I don't know. I think it's sort of in the film, you know, like feeling the rain on your skin, or hearing a piece of music that moves you and you don't really understand why. I think it's a huge question that the answer is still trying to be figured out, I think.
I mean, imagining that AI would be able to have those kind of emotional reactions to sensory things, and it not be just another part of the algorithm or the program that, you know, it is both an extraordinary idea, and I can understand why there are positive elements of that, but also absolutely terrifying at the same time.
It's a good question. I mean, a provocative question, a good question. But, you know, there are a lot of things that we do that we don't have to do. Like, you don't have to be here right now. You don't have to, you know, have a candle on a table during a dinner, romantic dinner. You know, you could show somebody a picture of a rose. You know, there are some things that you don't need to do, but they're, you know, human gestures. We're richer as a result. You know, you could eat out for every meal. You could have, you know, fast food or whatever. But yeah, there's something about sitting home and, you know, making a meal. You don't have to bake bread, but people seem to enjoy it. So I don't think people are going to stop baking bread just because, you know, AI can give them instructions. We don't need a robot to do that. So I don't know. I'm a little less apocalyptic about it than other people. I try to be optimistic about that. And, you know, hopefully we'll be able to use some of this technology to help solve problems and cure ailments and disease. And, yeah, I hope so.
Good answer.
Well,
that was great.
It's my last interview, so I saved it all for you.
Thank you so much.
It's for Denmark.
Hang on!
A malfunctioning program that wants to live. Why is that?
It's just a feeling.
Fascinating.